Guys, Deluded Gooner again. Now, this has been a tough season for Arsenal fans. Of course, the club has brought us no joy on the pitch. All we've got left is to dream. We've been linked with a director of football. 1 minute we're getting one, then we're not. Personally, I'm very pessimistic on our chances. I mean, at best, you could only bring someone in with a similar relationship that Wenger had with David Dean. They're not out there, or they would surely be at the club. Surely he ain't coming back. I mean, Wenger's been very vocal about his stance against directors of football in general and in his own personal situation. Personally, I want one in, but yeah, very pessimistic about it. But we might as well dream. Of course, some of the examples I give are not going to happen. At best, hopefully, someone with similar personality, principles, and a track record as these guys. So let's go. Firstly, David Dean coming back. I mean, it speaks for itself. Forward thinking with the signings of Burkham, Ian Wright, even suggesting Sol Campbell, signing players to new contracts. His track record, what he did for the club, I shouldn't have to go into it. He cared about his own pockets, but he also cared about the club. He was forced out. You now see where we are. Let's just move on. Perez, he's been vocal about wanting the job in the past. You might as well give him a first team shirt. He's always at training and always around. Would have probably showed more heart than certain wingers that were playing right wing against Palace. So yeah, obviously his CV looks a bit weak. He hasn't done this before, so I wouldn't give it to him because I mean we need someone that's going to do this, especially how our club is right now. So I wouldn't give it to him. But who knows? There could be scope for assistant position sort of thing there. Who knows? Next, Overmars. Of course, every fan knows him. I mean, if you don't know Overmars and you support Arsenal, God knows, God help you. But yeah, he's currently a director of football doing decent things at Ajax. At the start, a lot of things were questionable signings like Bojan, Cuenca. Someone managed to sell the idea of getting Sonogo on loan for them as well. So yeah, this summer they've improved. They've signed a centre back called Sanchez, who's been almost ever present for them. The young South American centre back. Barcelona wanted him at the time. Didn't choose Barcelona, chose Ajax to develop, and now they still want him. So that there's scope for profit there. Obviously, in regards to the profit point, Ajax are a selling club. It's harsh, but that's how football goes. Any youngster, any decent player that shows any ability will be picked up by the bigger clubs. So he has a never ending job there trying to find new talent. He's also signed a decent player for 10 million called Neves. 10 million is a lot for a team like Ajax and someone like Overmars, who was mentioned. There's no value for money on the transfer market. I mean, where have you heard that before? You've heard Wenger say that before. So that is a bit worrying. But when he spent money, they've been all right. And in regards to the two players I've mentioned, it shows that he's expanding their South American catchment and scouting network. So that shows they can find more players and make more profit. So he's doing a good thing for them. He's also helped them grow commercially and secure TV rights deals. He's also been linked with Everton, so who knows? But definitely he has to be on the short list. My personal favourite next, Zorc from Dortmund, ex-player. He knows what the club means to the fans. That's why you always see Dortmund fans getting nice incentives and things like that. They're a great club. I mean, he's constantly got a rebuilding phase on. Their best players always going to be sold to bigger clubs. He's got a lot of players for pennies and made them good. You look at Weigl from 1860 Munich for about two million. Kogawa for free, I believe. Lewandowski for 2.5 million. Yes, he left for free, but they would have made top dollar for him. Gundogan for around 5 million. They've signed Dude or whatever his name is from Gladbach, who's going to be a star. Guerrero. Sorry, I'm getting so excited. Guerrero, who I wanted, he was playing at Lorient last year or the year before. How did Arsenal see him? I mean, you're French, Wenger. Dropped the ball there. He can also play centre mid. Great signing. It's a shame he's not there. But yeah, you get where I'm going, guys. A lot of great signing. Hummels for a couple odd million. Sold him back to where he came from for 35 or something like that. So he does a great thing. He does great things. I wouldn't leave if I was him. He's living the dream at Dortmund. Dortmund personally look like an exciting club off the pitch. Their facilities are second to none. A lot of innovative techniques. A decent little crop of players. You look at Pulisic. He's on the surface, he's an exciting player. He will be a star, but he's also American. What star American players are there? They've now exposed themselves for commercial growth there because they have a player who can be an American star. The American fan base in MLS is still growing, so yeah, that leaves them commercially to grow. Dembele for 15 million, who they can easily double that. More for 10 million, which is quite expensive. If he develops, he will be good. They've got a lot of crop of players. Of course, these players will probably be sold on the cycle continues, but he's doing a good job on that basis. You've got to have Les Reed as well for the basis that a lot of people raised their heads when he got rid of Atkins. got rid of Atkins. Pochettino took them to the next level, was doing decent for them. Seeked past his new, a bigger club. When he was there, when he left, they were thinking what's going to happen. Got Koeman in, done great as well. Then they went and got Claude Puel, who got them in a cup final. So he's doing his thing. Next, Leipzig guy, forgive me, I can't say his name. I wasn't going to make a fool of myself, but he's done a great job. He's another ex-coach. His last two managerial appointments have been great, especially the current one. He's 29, being talked about as the next big thing, possible German manager. They have a great philosophy of 17 to 23-year-old players. You've seen Ollie Birch come from the Championship to do decent for them in Germany. You've seen they've got Mane out of nowhere, Naby Keita, who in the brief clips and footage and games I've seen of him looks a real player, and we're linked with him. Fingers crossed, but who knows? Yeah, Kimmich as well. Yeah, he's doing his job. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I said it earlier, guys, but Sochi's got to be there as well. He looks like he's off to Roma, but he's playing core in his future. Looks like he's keeping his cards close to his chest. Done great work at Seville. Obviously, ultimately, like I said at the start, we're probably not going to get any of these guys, but one can dream. If for nothing else, we can just hope it's someone with similar principles and a track record. And if nothing else after that, just to humour ourselves, really, because Arsenal giving humour to every other fan, but I want some joy. But yeah, not to waffle, guys. The Ludaguna, I'm signing out. Please subscribe, please share, please follow me on my socials. Thank you for watching.